What the hell is this, boys? What the hell is this? Alright, let's have a look at this. Let's read this through. Let's read it too. Let's read this through. Let's read this through. Gun scare leads to car wreck involving YouTube personality. After $600 tip, YouTuber wrecks car. Whoa! It doesn't look that don't look that wrecked. It doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Let's read this. Actually, let's let the TTS read this because I'm not really... Actually, I need to improve. Okay, let's read this. Okay, let's read this together. The visit to Seaward of YouTube personality Paul Danino, who goes by the handle Ice Poseidon, began on a high point Thursday night with a exorbitant tip to a waitress at the local restaurant before spiraling downhill and ending with a car wreck. When Danino was startled by a staff person at the local motel, he stepped out of the building carrying a gun. I'm gonna have to use TTS, boys. I'm gonna have to use TTS for this one.
No injuries were reported and no shots were fired. A staff member at the motel declined to go on the record, saying only that the incident was an example of a prankster getting pranked. This article is based on live footage from the evening that a Seward Journal reporter viewed and on an interview with Danino. Danino, 24, is one of a growing group of people who make money by streaming live video of themselves on the internet. The activity, called live streaming, first became popular among video game fans, who would stream video of themselves playing certain games. Danino operates on a slightly different paradigm. He streams video of himself, in real life, and runs a website dedicated to his streams.
Interesting. Let's see this next one.
Thousands of fans watch Danino's videos. They donate money to him and send messages, sometimes innocuous compliments, sometimes strings of obscenities and ethnic slurs. Some go even further, calling the real-life restaurants and businesses that appear on Danino's streams. By his own admission, many of these callers are trying to make Danino's life more difficult. Some will just ask for him, but others will say that he is carrying a gun or a bomb or paying with counterfeit bills. Restaurants that kick him out will get a flood of negative reviews. Those that play along may get the opposite. It's definitely not fun sometimes, but it's my job, and I try to deal with it, Danino said. It's how I make my money. I built this huge community of people and I'm not going to give up on it because a couple of jerks want to try to ruin my life or get me killed. Seward got a taste of all this Thursday night.
Man, I love the way she says, let me see this. Let me see this.
Danino, who lives in California, arrived in Seward late last night in a project to stream a visit to Alaska for 7 days straight. On his arrival in Seward, his stream showed it had been live for over 50 hours. With him in the car was another man who declined to go on the record for this story, but said he was a longtime fan of Danino's who caught up with him in Anchorage. With thousands of fans watching online, Danino and his fan ate a meal at a Highliner in downtown Seward. Danino paid the $108 bill, and added a $600 tip, all of which he displayed on a live video stream. He first came to the attention of the Seward Journal when a viewer sent a message to the newspaper about the tip. The viewer said he was watching from Colorado. Within minutes, the Highliners page on Yelp racked up dozens of new 5-star reviews, most of them laced with the slang and jargon of Danino's fans.
I think we can continue, boys. I think we can continue. When they wait, where did we leave off to? Wait, hold on. Danino fans. Where's Danino fans? After leaving the Highliner, the pair looked for a place to stay for the night. This is where troubles began. When they walked into the Hotel Seward, the night clerk was already on the phone, apparently fielding calls from Danino's fans. He asked Danino to turn off the camera. Danino said he would, but merely turned the camera so that it wouldn't. So it was pointed at his feet. A caller apparently informed the clerk of this because the clerk soon asked him to actually turn it off. In the end, the clerk asked Danino to leave. Danino then drove around downtown Seward, asking for a few pedestrians if he could stay at their home, but getting no takers. After a brief drive up to Jefferson Street to view the local hospital, Danino turned to north on 3rd Avenue and sped down the street. His speedometer visible on the video indicated that he was driving 45 and 50 miles per hour. After an online search for other hotels, wait, hold on, does that mean he was like speeding? Does that mean he was speeding? Did they catch him speeding? Wow, I think... Did they catch him speeding? I think they caught him speeding, boys. Wow. Rip. I don't know. Wait, what was the... Ice, was it in 80s? They drove around 70, 80 mile per hour on a 40 mile per hour per zone. Oh, okay. After an online search for other hotels, Danino and his passenger drove to Mariana Hotel at Phoenix Road and the Seward Highway. They walked in the lobby but found no one at the desk. Loitering for a few minutes. They then grew alarmed with Danino saying he thought he heard someone cock a gun. They returned to the vehicle and backed the car up to the motor entrance and discussed the next step. They would go back into the office but leave the engine running in case they had to make a quick getaway, they said on the video. But before they could put that plan into action, chaos erupts. It's not clear from what the video exactly, but except for Danino must have hit the gas, and seconds later the car came suddenly. Alright, we heard that bit. Let me tell. Police arrived to the scene not long after the report. The reporter witnessed the officer enter the motel office and leaving and carrying a rifle, possible AR-15, which then he placed in the cruiser trunk. Before leaving the scene, he returned into the motel. The officer placed Danino's passenger in his cruiser. When Danino eventually returned to the scene, an officer conducted a field sobriety test on Danino, but soon released them both. Sobriety, that means like a drunk, right? Sobriety, but then released both men. After being turned away from one home, Danino sought lodging at yet another, where at several hours after searching he finally found a place to sleep. Okay. Alright. Looks like they were clean, boys. Looks like it's pronounced... Try pronounce it again. Scuffed pronunciation, Andy. What is sobriety? Where is it? Sobriety. Sobriety is pronounced briety. Sobriety. 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 You know what? Hey, hey, listen here. You guys are now. From what I can see, it says sobriety. Sobriety. Alright, listen. We do sobriety. 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 That's. You know what? Let me Google translate this. Hold on a minute. Let me see how much. Hold on. 1 second, boys. 1 second. Let me just translate this.
Sobriety.
Sobriety. There you go. Sobriety. 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 Yeah, that makes sense. Like bright and then sobriety. What was I again? Sobriety. Right. Sobriety. There you go. We got it, boys. Sobriety. Yeah, sobriety. There we go. There we go. Alright, boys. We learned a new translate into English. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're gonna not do a PC stream for thing. I just wanted to do a quick PC stream to like recap what happened with Ice and everybody, but looks like they're fine, so no one got injured, which is fantastic. I don't know what's gonna happen to the car thing though. Like, do you think he's gonna be paying like the insurance? Do you think the car, like from what I could see, the picture, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. It actually doesn't look bad. Like, look, the car does not look wrecked at all. I don't think Zoe's gonna be paying much, if I'm quite honest. Bree is on his mind. Nah. Okay, so I think we covered it, right? We covered everything. So that's really, really good. That is fantastic. We covered everything.